what is up? Welcome into the show. You're watching Philadelphia Eagles Now. My name is Chase Sr. As always, no matter where you are or how you're tuned in, I appreciate all of the real ones for making today's show a part of your day. Coming up, Eagles fans expose ESPN for some craziness on that network. Also, Eagles rookie linebacker Jihaad Campbell gets more rave reviews from Philadelphia Eagles training camp. I do want to begin here, though, and I want your honest feedback down in the comment section. I really take our on-air product seriously, and I always want to give you the best content and the best coverage. So as you can see, no headset, new microphone, new look. One of the things that I've heard down in the comment section and seen down in the comment section, some people don't like the headset for how it looks, how it sounds. So how does this show today look and sound? We're trying something new. We have some great plans for the upcoming NFL season. Give me your feedback down in the comment section. I'm going to check out your comments. All right, let's begin here. ESPN ranked NFL team talent under 25 years old on all teams across the NFL. 32 of them for those of you not familiar, or if you're bad at math like me because I failed elementary algebra at Temple University. Let's go TU, cherry and white. And the Eagles are so low on this list from ESPN, it's absolutely criminal. Here is a look at that list. Again, ESPN's top under 25 talent on each team in the NFL. Houston Texans at number 1, Seattle Seahawks at number 2, Commanders at number 3, Giants at number 4, Bears at number 5, Lions at number 6, Patriots at number 7, Jaguars at number 8, Titans at number 9, Chargers at number 10. Still no Eagles. Raiders at number 11, Panthers at 12, Chiefs at 13, finally the Philadelphia Eagles at 14, with the Baltimore Ravens there at number 15. And what ESPN did was they took a look at the blue chippers on all of these rosters, right? And I'm just going to quickly run through the blue chippers that they have on that list. And Chip, you can pop that list back up starting at number 1 if you want to, as we'll do this on the fly. So blue chip players, right? For the Texans, C.J. Stroud, Will Anderson, Derek Stingley, Kamari Lassiter. Good blue chippers. Seahawks, Devon Witherspoon, Byron Murphy, Jackson Smith and Jigba. Commanders, they're the oldest team in the NFL. Only Jaden Daniels and offensive lineman Brandon Coleman. That is Jaden Daniels' bias right there. And how good he is heavily impacting these rankings. Giants, Malik Neighbors, Abdul Carter, Jackson Dart, Kayvon Thibodeau. I will say Neighbors, Carter, absolute studs, and they're having really good training camps for New York. Bears, Caleb Williams, Rome Odunze, Darnell Wright, Colston Loveland. Lions, Penei Sewell, Terrion Arnold, Jamison Williams, Sam Laporta, Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, Jahmyr Gibbs. Probably the deepest list, in my opinion, on this list. Patriots, Drake May, Christian Gonzalez, Will Campbell. Jags, Brian Thomas, Travis Hunter, Anton Harrison, Trayvon Walker. Titans, Cam Ward, J.C. Latham, Tavondre Sweat. Chargers, Joe Alt, Lad McConkey, Quentin Johnston, can't catch anything, Tarheeb Still. Raiders, Brock Bowers and Ashton Genty. 2 players going to put them ahead of Philadelphia? Panthers, Bryce Young, Tet McMillan. Ahead of Philadelphia? Chiefs, Xavier Worthy, Trent McDuffie. And then for the Eagles, let's talk more about Philadelphia here. They might have, thanks to Howie Roseman, the best youth situation in the NFL. Find me a team that has more depth and better players on their roster, 25 years old or younger, across the NFL. I don't think that you can. And some of these players on this list either haven't played games, they're completely unproven, the jury is still out. Philadelphia's under 25 talent is pretty proven as compared to the other teams here. And ESPN's going to put Philadelphia 14th among 32 teams. That's middle of the pack. Howie Roseman has built this team to be sustainable. And the youth movement has been real for Philadelphia. Going back to the blue chippers here. For the Eagles, you look at this roster and you can go with a few different players. ESPN only listed 2. And it's Jalen Carter going into year 3 and Quinyon Mitchell going into year 2. Now, for Jalen Carter, he's one of the top defenders in the game. This year, he could be in the running for Defensive Player of the Year. He's one of the most disruptive players in the entire National Football League. Quinyon Mitchell last year proved to be a top 10 corner in the game. I also feel like on this list, even teams with okay quarterbacks, because of the importance of quarterback, weigh these rankings in a way where they climb this list. Here's what ESPN had to say about the Eagles' young talent. The Super Bowl champion Eagles, as we share the screen here, had the number 1 defense in the league by DVOA last year, and much of the improvement on that side of the ball was driven by youth talent. That starts with the 2 then rookie corners. Quinyon Mitchell, now 24, Cooper DeJean, 22. Mitchell had 46 tackles, 12 passes defended. DeJean had 51 tackles, 6 passes defended, and 1 forced fumble. Second team All-Pro, Jalen Carter, linebacker Nakobe Dean, edge rusher Nolan Smith, all 24. Eagles defense will again depend on a series of younger players in 2025 after a slew of players departed in free agency. Jalyx Hunt, 24. Big sleeper in the 2024 sack seer edge rusher projections, and now he takes over for Josh Sweat. Defensive lineman Moro Ojomo, who takes over for the departed Milton Williams, going to turn 24 on August 15th. Cornerback Keely Ringo, 23 years old, might take over for Darius Slay. The defense will also be counting on 2 highly drafted rookies. First-round linebacker Jihaad Campbell, second-round safety Andrew Makuba. Campbell's 21, Makuba's 22. The Eagles would rank even higher if they had any significant young talent on the offensive side of the ball, but we're just talking about depth receivers. Aniyah Smith, Johnny Wilson, they're 24, third-string running back, 23-year-old Will Shipley. Now, I hopped back into my Big J journalist bag because I had to do some journalistic work here. Going back to my days at WNEP up there in Scranton, where I worked for 3.5 years before covering the NFL here at Chat Sports. And I took a look at this Eagles roster, and we took a gander at the Eagles players under 25. Look at all of these guys. They're all guys. They're all dogs for the most part, right? Quinyon Mitchell, 24. Nolan Smith, 24. Jalen Carter, 24. Jalyx Hunt, 24. I didn't include Nakobe Dean because he's hurt right now, but Nakobe Dean is on this list and is under 25 years old. You have Moro Ojomo, who's 23, Cooper DeJean, who's 22, and Jihaad Campbell, who is 21 years old. Now, earlier I had said the Lions have a lot of depth as far as players under 25. I think they should be higher. Philadelphia should be higher on this list. Now, on offense, for sure, ESPN makes a fair point. The under 25 talent, it's scarce, right? Johnny Wilson and Aniyah Smith, they might not even make this team. And so far, it's been A.J. Dillon as RB2 over Will Shipley, but I think Shipley is a good player. But on defense, we're talking about marquee contributors. We're talking about multiple starters who have gone out there and proved it, and this team is loaded with youth. Quinyon Mitchell, top 10 corner in the NFL. Nolan Smith, a rapidly improving player. 1 sack to 6.5 sacks in year 2. 4 more sacks in the playoffs. Jalen Carter, one of the best overall defenders in football. For Jalyx Hunt, Jordan Mailata just compared him last week to Micah Parsons. The sky is the limit for him. Moro Ojomo, a true sleeper outside of those who know ball in Philadelphia, right? In Philly, we know that he can be a really good player. Outside of Philadelphia, a lot of people don't know of Moro Ojomo, but I think he could be better than Milton Williams. Cooper DeJean is the first or second best corner in the slot in the NFL. Is he behind Trent McDuffie? I'd be okay with that argument. He might even be number 1 with his ability to make an imprint on the game and put his fingerprints all over the defensive side of the ball. Jihaad Campbell. Yes, he hasn't played a game yet, but some of the other players on this list haven't played games yet. And so far, Campbell has been lighting up training camp. More on him in a moment. Not factoring in this draft class, outside of Jihaad Campbell, you look at some other players, right? And Andrew Makuba. And the other players who the Eagles drafted. Mac McWilliams having a good training camp. I think Antoine Powell-Ryland could end up being a really good player. Some of these offensive linemen, really good players as well. And so number 14 for under 25 talent, the Eagles have one of the best rosters in the NFL for youth talent under 25 years old. So I think ESPN, so wrong here. If you're with me in exposing ESPN for this fraudulent list, I want you to hit that thumbs up icon and like the video right now. We'll talk Jihaad Campbell here in a moment. But this deal, thanks to our friends at Fanatics, is as good as the under 25 talent on this Eagles roster. This Eagles cutoff hoodie, which you can wear in any season, any day, any time, looks good. You get to rep the birds. Was $55. It's now on sale for just $33. Just use that link down below, chatsports.com/Eagles cutoff. That will take you to Fanatics, and Fanatics will know that Chase Senior, Eagles Now, and Chat Sports sent you. As for Jihaad Campbell, as I mentioned earlier, continues to get rave reviews. And you think about what has transpired so far in camp for the rookie first-round pick out of Alabama, right? A lot of teams passed on him because they didn't think he was going to be healthy. He was healthy in practicing day one of training camp. That even surprised Vic Fangio, who didn't think he would be ready. He lit up Dallas Goedert on an underneath pass. He got to the perimeter in stopping Saquon Barkley on a running play. Today, Ben Van Sumeren, as I record this show on Thursday, was the lead blocker at fullback. Jihaad Campbell hit him so hard that Ben Van Sumeren had to walk off with trainers and go to the locker room. In one-on-ones, he is popped. Today, with the second-string defense, he was getting snaps at edge rusher. Whether Zach Bond has been on the field or not, Jihaad Campbell has been able to get run with the ones, sideline to sideline speed, closing speed, length, athleticism. And as a young player who was recruited as an edge, the football savvy smarts, the diagnosing skills are starting to come around as well. And here's what Will Shipley had to say about Campbell. And I think this is notable because Shipley is going up against Campbell as a blocker. He's going up against Campbell in one-on-ones in trying to win routes. He's going up against Campbell first string, second string as just a running back who's carrying the football when Campbell's trying to plug those gaps. It's almost like he's a defensive end rushing the ball, Shipley said about Campbell. He's a stud. There is no hesitation. He knows what he is doing before he goes, but it's also very instinctual. He's a stud. You kind of know it off the ball. There are a lot of guys who continue to grow, as I'm sure he will, but he's there right now in terms of physically, mentally, and everything he needs to be successful. He's there. I'm in pass pro throwing my hands, and he's moving me back like a pass rusher. This dude's got it. That's high praise from Will Shipley. And this makes me think back to the NFL draft, to this image to my right, the video that the Eagles put out. How elated, happy, and giddy was Eagles defensive coordinator Vic Fangio when Howie Roseman said, "Vic, we're drafting Jihaad Campbell." Look at that smile from a guy who usually is the Dunmore, northeastern Pennsylvania, coal mining, iron town, railroad town, old school guy curmudgeon, who said that heat is a mindset, who wears sweats to training camp practices when it's 100 degrees. Vic Fangio, my point here, rarely smiles. But when Howie told him that the Eagles were taking Jihaad Campbell, he dapped up Howie with the handshake, he gave him a hug, and look at that smile ear to ear. You know why he had that reaction? I think it's because Vic Fangio knows that the Eagles got a steal, that Jihaad Campbell is a really good player, because you also think about Fangio's background in developing linebackers, right? Navarro Bowman, Patrick Willis with the Niners, two great linebackers. Willis, a Hall of Famer. Look at what he did with Zach Bond and Nakobe Dean last year. Bond had never played off-ball linebacker. Dean had struggled up to that point. They were one of the best linebacker duos in the NFL. And look at what Jihaad Campbell is already doing. You think about this linebacking core. Jihaad Campbell can learn from a bunch of dudes, right? Zach Bond, Nakobe Dean, Vic Fangio, Jeremiah Trotter Jr. has had a good camp. Even Smile Mondon was making plays against the run today. Jihaad Campbell, Howie may have done it again. And it may be another instance in which a great player somehow fell right into the Eagles' laps to help them form what we hope is a dynasty in South Philly. New mic, new look. Again, we just got through the entire show. How does this show look and sound? I like losing the headset. I can show off my hair. I have some nice hair for a 33-year-old. I spent some money on these haircuts. Might as well show it off. And hopefully the show sounds better as well. Go Birds. EAGLES Eagles. We're out.